Good evening, everyone. Yes, it's time for another very boring talk. I like to ramble, and I appreciate your comments and your patience. I do speak very slowly. It's just the way I am. I like to... well, no, that's not true. Sometimes I speak quickly, but I like to sort of mull things over in my head and say things slowly. Anyway, I just want to talk to you about profit sharing. Now, currently doing a Masters in History. Last term we looked at cooperatives, history of cooperatives. Very interesting. I did an essay on it. And I read a lot about co-ops. Two types of co-ops: consumer co-ops and producer co-ops. Both are very interesting, but really what interested me most were the producer co-ops. And they're really fascinating things. And I was reading about Mondragon, a very interesting producer co-op in the north of Spain, in the Basque country, that's been going now for 50-60 years. Very successful indeed. One of the leading market sharers in Spain in what it does, which is it does retail, and it also does electro-domestic items. And it's quite remarkable. Basically what they've got is they've got a profit sharing system, so every worker has a stake in the business, and also the wage differential between the manager and the lowest employee, I think, is a ratio of 1:4, so that the highest paid official only earns 4 times as much as the lowest paid. I think it might have changed to 1:7, I'm not sure. Anyway, it's still nothing compared to some businesses in the States or here in the UK, where the top manager gets 1,000 times as much as the lowest worker, which is wrong. Okay. Anyway, and I was just reading about profit sharing, and I think it's brilliant, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to give you a few reasons. A lot of people say, profit sharing is stupid, you need the managers to have all the incentive. Well, why just the managers? You know, a business isn't just the manager. The body, the beating heart of the business, the legs, the arms, the muscles of the business are the workers. Now, if you give the workers a stake in the business, they're going to work harder. Yeah? So that's why workers need to have a share in the profits. They need to have a motivation. They need to feel loyal to the business. That's going to improve the productivity of the business. Secondly, if the profits all accumulate in the hands of the manager, he's going to be motivated by money, not for the welfare of the business. You see what I mean? I think that's what we've seen, in the recession. Business, CEOs and businessmen gambling with vast amounts of money, and they didn't care about the employees in their business. They didn't care about the stability of their business. They didn't care about sustainable growth and investing for the future and stuff like that, and improving conditions for everyone in the business. No, they just cared about themselves. By their own selfishness, they destroy the lives of all the workers in the business, the banks. All those humble workers at the bottom kicked out the first day, lost their jobs, and then you got the knock-on effect to all the companies that the bank supplies. What a terrible waste of money, and a gross failure of responsibility. So those are two reasons why I think profit sharing is superior. One, give the workers a share in the business. They're going to work a lot harder. They're going to be more loyal to the business. They're going to want to improve the business. And secondly, make sure that all the money doesn't just accumulate with the managers, so that they don't become totally materialistic and develop a loyalty for the business that they're running for, and a care for the business, not just for their own pockets. I mean, what we really need is a system of co-ops, run and controlled by the people, sharing all in the profits, and sharing in all the decisions. It's democracy. We need democracy in the business world and in the world of production just as much as we need it in the political world. So that's why I think profit sharing is absolutely spot on. And I recommend you look up Mondragon because it will inspire you to think differently. Thank you very much.